Good evening, Karen Krieger here on the 8th video of my 100-day video challenge, and it's dark time, which I love because I can hear the fountains in the lake off to my left making a lot of good noise, pleasant noise. Last time we talked about facing your fears, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And I would like to share a personal story tonight so that I can tie it in with business at another time. And I'm going to take you back to 1999 in Ohio, where I was born and raised. My mom had passed away in '97, and Dad was alone, doing the best he could do, but not as well as usual. He had lost about 35 pounds, and I had this premonition. I was in Arizona, and actually it was 4th of July, and I said to my husband, I don't know why, but I need to go see my dad. And he said, go. He always trusts me and my gut, and often says, what is your gut telling you to do? When I tell him, he tells me to do it, because usually my gut is right. So I took off and landed in Cleveland and spent the holiday with Dad. Very nice time to get reacquainted, and he was scheduled for a colonoscopy. And I tried to get my sister there, but she couldn't come, so I went because I knew what the prep was like and I didn't want Dad to be alone. So long story short, we start the afternoon with the prep, and he's going up and down the steps wearing himself out. So I carried a chair to the second level and said, Dad, from this hour on, you're staying the second floor, and just save your energy. And I'm thinking to myself, oh Lord, I don't think I better go to sleep tonight, because he was having a hard time. So when he did finally fall asleep, I went downstairs to watch Gone with the Wind, knowing that would keep me awake. And about 1 hour into the show, I hear this huge thud, as if sound like a herd of buffalo was going through the second floor. And I flew up the steps, checked the bathroom, no Dad. Flew into the bedroom, he was not on the bed. I really became frightened then. So I flipped on the lights, and there Dad was, face down, wedged in between the bed and a tiny nightstand. So, I mean, really small space in between. I could have paralyzed my whole body, but instead I said a prayer. I felt that fear, and I knew I had to get him out of that space. And with a very bad back at the time, I took a deep breath, yanked his entire body out of that small space, and realized that his nostrils were closed and he had taken the pillows with him. So ultimately he was smothering himself. Laid his body out on the floor, and he began to go into a convulsion. Petrified me. But I knew to pick up the phone, call 911. They arrived quickly and told me to stand far away. His blood pressure was sky high and he was having a stroke. Oh my goodness. When I think back, I wonder how I did it. When they put him in the ambulance, I was shaking like a leaf, and I was told to sit in the front seat because several of them needed to sit around him. I'm sure they thought he was going to have another stroke. And it took about 20 minutes to get to the hospital. Long story short, he was okay. The only thing he lost was peripheral vision, which wound up to be a blessing because then he had no desire to drive again. But I wanted to share this example with you because for me, it's key to realizing that if I had given in to my fears, my dad probably would not have lasted 7 more years. And those 7 years were so special as we brought him to Arizona to spend time with us and our lifestyle. So my point is, everything I've brought up previously, face those fears, attack your doubts, because you can do anything you set your mind to do. I'm living proof. And I'm so happy to be spending time with you tonight because as we continue, I'm going to show how you can do this in the world of business. So, peace to you this evening and many blessings. Bye-bye.